welcome to your favorite top tier, second tier podcast.
Your favorite second tier podcast that you look forward to coming out every few weeks.
Every few weeks. We're trying to make it official.
We're back, baby.
We're back. It's full, babe.
It's full. I know.
Full.
I'm wearing my new shirt jacket.
At us. Rocktober is here.
Yeah. How are you feeling?
Like a gem, you?
Yeah. No, I feel good too. My husband just came off of a cleanse.
Yeah, I'm officially done with cleanses.
You're all done with cleanses, huh?
I'm done with cleanses.
Yeah, it's funny. We got him into the functional medicine stuff, right? Like, you know, we're into that kind of stuff. And the idea with functional medicine is that you get to the root cause.
You get to the root cause, but not after spending thousands of dollars on supplements.
Yeah. Well, you graduated to the parasites. he didn't make it that far. He stopped at liver cleanse. But anyway, he got really upset. These last 21 days, he was on a liver cleanse. So it was like...
Oh, he was hungry, dude.
Not only was he hungry, but it was like no alcohol, no tobacco, which you had to pry the nicotine patches from his cold dead hands.
Sure.
But he was really grumpy because he realized about halfway through that he'd been put on a lady diet.
Yeah, meaning no meat.
It was vegan the first 10 days.
Yeah, I know.
And it was vegan, no grains, and no... it was crazy. You couldn't have anything. And so he got really upset halfway through when he went to the website and he saw that all the testimonials were women. And he was like...
I know, but I think too, he judged it off of the pictures. And the thing is, they use stock photography.
Yes. And all of the people saying how they felt on it were lady names.
Lady names.
And he got really grumpy because like my son, my husband's like, he's not autistic, but he moonlights. You know, like he's passionate, in a way that they can be. So like early on, he told me that he couldn't have maple syrup because maple syrup was processed, and I was like, "Chill out, homie."
Oh no!
They don't realize that when you tell somebody no processed foods, somebody who's already eating a no processed
they mean no Cheetos.
I know what that means. Yeah. But we already eat a no processed foods diet.
So he was trying to clean it up even more.
So he thought, that much more, and I was like, we can't. You guys can't, he's like militant. You guys can't send them off on this road. Okay. No wonder he got angry day 10.
Yeah, I would too. So here's the thing about the functional medicine is they are not an insurance taker, right?
Oh, it's cash only.
It's cash only. But I don't have insurance. So the way I look at it as by the end of the year, I calculate how much I've spent and I'm like, is it still less than health insurance? It sure is.
And you got to eat high quality supplements.
I sure did.
Here's why.
But I'm to here.
So again, I am too, I'm to here. Having observed him go through it, I'm like very annoyed because I realize now too that it's not that much different than Western medicine in that they want you on pills for life.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be just on supplements for life.
Yeah. So when you say something about it, they're like, well, because the food is depleted, the soil is depleted, this and that. I'm like, but also humans adapt and adjust, right? It's always, we're good. We got this.
And we're eating the best of the best in terms of what's available. So we're going to New York this weekend. Your girl already has a farm delivering tomorrow.
Getting ready.
Okay. I got raw milk coming.
That's nice.
I got raw butter and eggs from the farm coming.
That's you as a prepper status.
Yes. Shout out to Miller's Amish Farm.
Nice. I've been taking they're out of the lawsuit?
Yeah, and the Amish deliver, baby.
Oh, that's so nice. Speaking of, oh my God, did you watch the Theo Vaughn interview with that Amish boy?
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh my God, it was so good.
Yeah.
It was so good. And then Trump, when he came out and talked about like the Tylenol autism thing, he quoted this. His only source was
on a podcast. Yeah, he didn't even say Theo. Which, by the way, I went down that rabbit hole after you told me about it.
Theo being
that he. So here's the thing: his special is already booked to come out mid-month in October. It's coming out on Netflix mid-month, and it sounds like when he went to go shoot it, he just didn't do a very good job.
Yeah. So there's people saying he bombed, and then I'm sure you saw that clip that everybody's putting up where he said, they were trying to take pictures with him at the end, and he was like, he goes, it's been a really hard month, and I'm just trying not to take my own life.
Yeah.
Which made me so sad. As somebody who once went on a date with Theo Vaughn, it made me sad.
Yeah. Maybe he's going through a parasite cleanse.
Oh.
It makes you, it can make you a little sad.
Oh, I was thinking maybe he was like, remember that one person that I went on that date with once in Marina Del Rey? I miss it.
Miss it. Miss it. Yeah, no, he definitely doesn't seem like he's doing very well. I'll say this, he's got a lovely little podcast, but my goodness, his stand-up has never been great. I think he had like one fire year in his stand-up career, and that's kind of been...
But he's gotten really good at podcasting.
Oh, he's so good at podcasting.
And I think the reason why people liked him so much is he would solo pod, and he would basically just use it as like a journal or a diary. And he's so like raw and open with like who he is, and just for reference, when he and I went on a date, we both showed up in blazers. So we were in different parts of our life.
Wow.
We were both wearing blazers at the time.
You were both wearing blazers?
We both wore blazers.
Was there like a wave in LA of blazers?
No. So for me, I would wear the same outfit to every date. This was the days of Tinder, when Tinder was like all the rage.
Yeah, line them up.
And I would take all my dates at the same place, which was in walking distance from my apartment in Marina Del Rey. And I would wear the same outfit. If you remember your little BB onesie I would wear with the
floral.
Right. It was a floral onesie and it was really cute. I think whatever those flowers are, what are they called? Those Japanese cherry blossoms. It was very cute. And I had a very cool long Tahari fitted blazer. And I would wear that with the little onesie. I felt like a dime. And I would wear it to every single date. And then he came and he was coming from like one of those corporate gigs that comedians do.
Oh yeah.
Where they do like a
team building.
It was like a mortgage broker convention or something in Orange County. So he like drove up from Orange County and he also showed up in a blazer. So we were like, when I dropped that little fun fact that I once went on a date with Theo Von, people were like, whoa, what? That's crazy. And I'm like, for reference.
Different time.
He was not as cool. Neither was I. I was certainly not that cool.
That's hilarious. Well, anyway, I hope he's doing well. It is kind of a... whenever somebody is able to just be honest about where they're at,
yeah,
I appreciate that because I feel like I try to do that. And I realize that sometimes, especially like postpartum, when you hit people with too much thunder, people get a little concerned.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, is she going to take her life?
I know. So that's the thing. When I was going through the parasite cleanse, speaking of functional medicine, I was down for like a couple of weeks. I was on suicide watch. I did not feel good.
Yeah. And you were in, like, to your credit, you were rolling up to social events that you didn't want to be at because you weren't feeling great.
Yeah.
And just being like, hey guys, I'm doing my best.
Yeah. And just be honestly saying to like our girlfriends, like
thinking about not being here tomorrow.
It might be nicer.
Yeah.
But such a reminder too of like that's it. You go up, you go down. And, you know, life is hard sometimes.
Yeah. You try being with your husband while he's on a lady diet, cleansing his liver. What's liver? Anger? Resentment? Whatever it is.
Yeah.
You try being with your husband as he's cleansing his liver.
Traditional Chinese medicine, they say your liver holds anger, your lungs hold grief, your kidneys hold fear.
I gave him that tip at one point when he was getting pretty grumpy about it. He's never grumpy towards me. He's like an angel. But when he was getting just like generally grumpy, I saw that he was channeling all his rage towards the functional medicine doctor.
Yeah.
And I thought, and I even said to him, I was like, I bet she's put enough people on these at this point to know that like midway they get a little aggressive.
Oh,
you know, like when you're cleansing somebody's liver, about midway they're probably like,
I hate you. I hate everything. I hate. Yeah.
It's like, you know, in labor, you know, don't ask that person too many questions.
I know. But it was nice. I was so glad to be there the day that we broke fast.
Yeah.
With pizza and very nice champagne.
We did. We broke fast with a gorgeous bottle of champagne.
That was great.
And a pizza from our favorite spot. And he hadn't had gluten since like June either. Yeah. So yeah, it was nice.
You wanted from Amitsi's.
Yeah. That's what you want, dude. So anyway, functional medicine. I'm a little bit.
You think the Amish go to functional medicine?
No,
they don't.
So that's the thing.
They don't.
I do think that it's helpful to get you over a hump. I do think so. But I think this idea that like, it's the same thing as any kind of doctor, right? Everybody who's looking at it through their lens, they think, oh, well, this is the answer, right? And everybody who's on their own like special diet, everybody thinks their special diet is the best, right?
Yes.
So like when she's telling him no processed foods, but then gives him all of these supplements and then this like powder shake to take every day, twice a day that has like guar gum and, you know, stevia and like weird shit in it. So like, you know, it's relative.
Yeah, for sure. Did he finish everything?
Yeah, he's done.
He finished the items too?
No, the items are in perpetuity.
In perpetuity. So the thing is that when you look at the supplements that you've bought, it's like taunting you. You just see all your money in bottles.
Let me tell you, it was a 21-day cleanse. He finished 2 of the big containers at day 20. So he had to buy additional big containers of this shake and this fiber shit.
For one more day?
One more day. I literally was like, if we had known.
I know.
But anyway, we're all eating it now. Just on our way out, I just had one this morning.
A shake.
I just had one this morning. Whey protein and whatever the hell else
is like like in the 90s, Slim Fast.
Yeah.
Shake for breakfast, one for lunch, and then a sensible dinner.
Yeah, I was already making a smoothie, so I just knocked a couple of
Okay.
scoops into it just because we own it.
How do you feel?
We paid top dollar.
Truth be told, I get a little sick from powders.
They're weird.
I get headaches from.
They're like all high in heavy metals.
I once dated a guy who worked for that MLM Beachbody.
Oh, yes.
And he insisted that I try their shakes. And I'm like, no, I get sick from, I get headaches. And he's like, no, not this one. This one's clean. This one's healthy. This one's instant migraine. Whatever whey protein is, soy isolate protein.
It's almost like you're not supposed to isolate things from other things, and you're supposed to eat them all at once as they came from God.
I think so. Oh, now you sound Amish.
Brother, okay.
I want to be Amish, Ange.
Yes.
I do.
And no.
¿Por qué? Why? Churn butter?
I mean,
no
that
lights?
that part all sounds right up your alley, but you know.
Take my phone. Please take my phone. Somebody please take my phone from me. Please. My screen reports have been coming in.
Oh, really?
Embarrassingly high.
Well, now that you're an Airbnb owner, you have to be on your phone ready for action.
At all times.
Ready for action.
Hostess with the mostest. Yeah.
Good for you. No,
Thanks,
I don't think that I would want to be an Amish. I think I have a pretty good go right now.
LG, life is good.
Life is good.
Life is good. I know, but I was obsessed with that Amish boy. I thought he was so adorable. Just the way he talked. He had this like wide-eyed wonder towards life, you know? And that's, I think the most exciting thing is when you look at like, that everything is exciting. Everything is a miracle.
Well, everything's exciting when you've not seen a whole lot.
Yeah.
So yeah. Do you want me to cover your eyes for the next 10 years and then let you back out?
I can't even imagine the other what the other side of Agenda 2030 is going to look like. Hard pass.
Open your eyes and everybody's got chips implanted into them.
I know. I don't even know what's happening, Ange. It's been I haven't been paying attention to the news. I heard Cardi B and Nicki Minaj are fighting, so that's really all I got.
That's the biggest thing you heard?
That's why.
Not that there was 274 federal agents at January 6th. They admitted it?
No, I did not know this. Yeah.
Brother, you gotta
Cardi's pregnant with another baby.
Okay. Well,
Stephon Diggs.
Obviously these are of equal importance.
Okay, yeah.
Obviously these are information of equal importance. No, the official report came out that there was, after the election, they finally let out the info that there was 274 feds at January 6th. They haven't come out and said whether or not they were the guys leading the charge to go inside. I was going to say,
they got the invite?
You can assume.
Yeah, they got the invite?
You can assume.
That's nice. They opened the door for them too?
You can assume. Nobody had to break down doors, so you can assume they opened the doors.
Yeah.
They're like, I'll just beep you right in.
That's so interesting. So that Catherine Austin Fitz video that I sent you the other night, she was saying too, when they say they are doing their intelligence agencies. That's who the they are. Do you know how we're always like, who's the they? I thought that they were the J's.
Yeah, but who's directing the intelligence agencies? There's a line at the top. Yeah, could be. There's a line at the top. So
there is a line at the top.
You wonder. But again, it's one of those things.
Kash Patel?
Oh gosh, that guy
was he one of the?
No, Kash Patel just rolled up since January.
He's before Jan 6.
Yeah, he's post
Jan 6. Yeah.
But even him, like, he's out here being like, there's no Epstein list.
How dare they? How dare they? They play us like we're foolish.
Oh.
It's constantly mocking us.
Ghislaine is just in jail because she was trafficking to Jeffrey and herself and only
They're
Jeffrey
mocking
and herself.
us, Ange.
I know, it does feel like mockery.
Did you hear though that Erica Kirk's dad worked for Raytheon for Israel or something?
No, you hit me. You kind of teased me with that.
Maybe
last
it's not
on the
real.
pod. I didn't have a chance to take a peek, but I will say this: I think we lost a lot of loyal listeners on that last episode.
¿Por qué? Why?
Because it sort of implies. I think the way we talked about Charlie Kirk with a looseness, people are really feeling it, and then people are really. People seem really emotionally invested in it. I'm gonna let you know this: it's a psyop. Okay, they definitely murdered him. It's definitely sad, but it is being used to like twist heads one way and twist heads another way. We're twisting the liberals to be like, yeah, get him. And we're twisting the right to be like, oh no, he's a hero. Let's put up murals of him. His wife is a saint. Let's give her more jobs.
Yeah, in Clearwater, they're trying to name one of the roads, Charlie Kirk Way or something.
Name them whatever the fuck you want. Who cares? Like this.
So they're saying we haven't had an assassination since the feds haven't killed somebody since Malcolm X or since Robert Kennedy.
Yeah. Right? Somebody that you know of and care about publicly, sure. Yeah. But they're just out here assassinating whenever they need to. Anytime they need somebody to go blip, somebody has a car accident.
They suicide themselves.
Yeah. Somebody accidentally suicides themselves. Like,
unalive.
This is just the loudest one, right?
Yeah.
Like, and again, like, yes, we should get to the bottom of who killed him. Yes, this is horrific. He seemed like a genuinely, young Republican. He had young Republican vibes.
Yeah.
Where, you know, he looks rich. He's got a rich vibe.
Yeah.
He's very sure about things because he found his lover young.
Yeah.
You know, these things everybody's doing.
It's making me sad that we lost listeners, and we don't have money to lose.
I know. But I think people, again, when you come at it with like a flippant perspective, it makes it seem like you don't care. When like, it's not that I don't care. It's that the media is unable to make me care too deeply anymore. Like y'all used up all your chips.
To swing this way and this way.
Yeah, there was like a 2-month span at the beginning of COVID where I thought my parents were gonna die.
Aww.
And I'm not gonna be fooled again. You know?
Fool me once, shame on you.
I'm over it. You can't fool me again.
Yeah.
Like my mom was like, I gotta go back to work in the hospital, and I was like, no. And then it turns out she was fine.
Yeah, everybody was.
Because they lied to us.
Yeah.
Because they have a history of lying to us. So we should be concerned when the story gets so big that maybe they're lying to us.
Yeah, that's true. I agree.
Did you hear the War Mode episode recently? Tillman? They talked about Pat Tillman, the very famous football player who during 9/11 he enlisted.
Oh, no.
You don't remember this guy?
No.
Okay, so he was like a running back or something.
I listened to the Patreon. They had 3 McCuskers on.
Oh, that's nice. So they had I'll just quickly brief it for anybody who doesn't know the story. But Patrick Tillman was this famous NFL football player who famously enlisted in the military after 9/11. And he was part of some like very fantastical stories early on in the war in Afghanistan, including that he had supposedly helped to rescue this woman who was supposedly had been captured. She was in the military and she had been captured by Al-Qaeda, and she shot all her bullets and got as many of them as she could, and that they still captured and raped her, and that we had to stage a rescue mission. We had to send NFL's Pat Tillman out to go get her. None of it was true.
Hardcore propaganda?
Yeah, apparently none of it was true, and that they had been intercepting all of his communications. He wasn't just some meathead NFL player. He was like reading Noam Chomsky and was like really into like existential stuff, had been reading the Quran while he was over there, and was apparently like, hey, I think there maybe is some weird stuff going on over here. Why is our military guarding the poppy fields? And then, friendly fire. He got blasted point blank range, 3 shots to the head. Apparently the report was that the guy next to him said he thought he heard the sounds of a river in the desert and looked over, and Pat Tillman's head had been blown off.
Wow.
But we were sold back in 2001 and 2002 that Pat Tillman was a war hero who went over there to defend his country, and enlistment was looking low and we needed to hire it up again. So what did we do? We murdered him.
Wow. So that I didn't know.
We love murder in America.
That I didn't know, but I was aware of the hardcore propaganda the military does with the NFL. That's always been like a hand-in-hand thing.
Yes, they do that with all the sports.
People.
Yep.
Yeah, they'll drop people in. They'll get people real hyped. USA. Yeah, it's a great way to kind of hype people on whatever
They do it in Canada with hockey, with Canada's military. It's just shows of strength.
Yeah.
During already times where people are getting like riled up. Yeah, sports are wild.
Speaking of, Canadians stopped coming to Florida
because of Trump.
I think so.
Good riddance.
Y'all don't tip anyways.
Good riddance. They're terrible drivers.
You guys don't tip anyways. But yeah, apparently
you think they're going to sell their homes?
I don't know, but it's really affected tourism in Florida. Yeah, big time. So we lost the Canadians.
I feel your fingers on the
fingers
pulse
on the
now.
pulse. Yeah, or my hands on the Reddit. Yeah, I've been in the Reddit groups of this, but apparently people are like really anti quote our politics. They hate quote our president. I'm like, what? We're all being scammed, guys.
I know, but it's like one of those things where if you hear about Chicago, outside of Chicago, you're like, they're getting murdered out there, and then you get there and it's really not. It's not that bad. And then same thing here in Florida.
Very nice Midwestern people.
Lovely. They're so sweet. And then the same thing in Florida. You think that like they're wild, they're all ill, they're teeming with vaccine related illnesses, whatever. But none of that stuff's real either. Everybody's just really nice everywhere you go, as it turns out.
Yeah, if you stay off the internet, everybody's nice.
People are just humans.
Yeah. But if we weren't on the internet, how would you get everybody like swung one way to the other with the Kirk thing?
It does feel like they're trying to create some kind of civil war among us. And I don't think that it's hard to imagine.
It's not working?
It's hard to imagine it's going to work.
Yeah.
First of all, live in Up County.
Yeah.
I see like military grade vehicles just like on the highway sometimes. I don't know if you know who those people are voting for.
No, but I was leaving your house the other day and I was behind a car that said kill your local child molester.
That guy lives in my neighborhood.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, that's why you saw him. That guy lives in my neighborhood. And honestly, when I see him, I salute him.
Yeah.
I'm glad somebody's on the streets.
This is land of the free.
I'm glad somebody's here.
I thought that was good too.
Yeah. But, it would be a very silly and short-lived war to try to create the left versus the right. The right has a lot of equipment.
Yeah.
Just for fun.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
They've just been amassing this stuff for collection's sake.
Yeah, because you can.
Yeah, I went to my neighbor's house recently for karaoke, and he showed me just like an arsenal, a military arsenal that he has in his house.
Oh.
Just a few doors down from me.
It's nice to be in a safe neighborhood, huh?
He teaches gun safety.
Oh, does he really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's actually a good thing to take, right?
I thought so too.
Yeah. I don't actually ever want to hold a gun, truth be told.
Thank you. As soon as the guns came out, I was like, well, look at the time.
Pass.
I'm so deeply uncomfortable by guns.
Yeah.
It's not for me.
Speaking of, do you think at the wedding this weekend they're going to bust out the celebratory guns? Do you know?
Oh, wow.
The ones in the air. It's been a while.
Yeah,
I don't know if they still do that.
Not since the 90s have I seen a gun at a wedding.
Where they...
Not... Right? Is that everywhere?
Yeah.
That's just Albanian weddings. Anyway,
the celebratory. We'll be seeing the money guns for sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Spoiler alert. This is money guns times.
I know.
I'm really excited about this weekend. I think it's going to be nice to get out of Dodge for a little bit.
Yeah, we always tend to spend autumn in New York, fall in New York.
I was going to say, tis the season where Paulina and Angie go to New York and then shit all over New York. Wait for the return episode.
Not this time. It's going to be very warm.
Yeah.
Which we're very excited about.
It's entirely cousins time, which is the best.
Cousins.
Yeah, that's the best.
It's time to get back together.
Hold on. I had a couple of things I wanted to tell you.
Oh, you did? Okay. Yeah. I didn't know about the feds at Jan 6.
Well, you're welcome.
I wish I had something good to tell you.
Well, don't worry. I write things down because I don't remember.
Okay. You got mommy brain.
Yeah, I do. My son this morning woke up with a fever, my 6-month-old.
Okay.
And it's, I knew it was coming because we went to his pediatrician appointment last week, and she was saying about how right around the 6-month mark is when a baby's immune system becomes separate from its mother's. So it's very common for them to have their first cold like right around now.
Okay.
So I've kind of just been like bracing for it. But anyway, she's cool. She's a nurse practitioner, and she is in school to become a midwife. So she's like rounding the corner and she'll be a midwife soon. And then she just like very casually dropped on me that she didn't walk until she was 13.
What?
Yeah. So she's this very like fit. She looks like super strong. Like even in her scrubs, you're like, damn, she's very fit. And then she herself
did not walk until the age of 13.
Yeah. And I had to, I got a lot of follow-up questions.
So many. Yeah.
So I just like, I like put my son away and I was like, so what happened at 13?
Yeah.
So apparently she had some kind of very extreme autoimmune response to, who knows?
Okay.
But she had an extreme autoimmune response when she was a toddler. Or like a baby, and it got so bad that she was inflamed in her legs and couldn't walk. She had a skin rash that was so deep that she said you could see the skin rash on her hands that would happen.
Wow.
And she said that when she was about 13, this was in upstate New York, a doctor from China ran kind of an experimental study on autoimmune kids in upstate New York, and he had theorized that removing the tonsils would help. And so they did it for free because she was like her mom was like a single mom.
Oh.
And they removed the tonsils, did nothing else.
Okay.
No change in diet, nothing. And within a few months she was walking.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Just because of removing the tonsils, meaning the tonsils had filtered out something really bad and the filters were gone, or why?
I'm assuming something to that extent. Yeah. So that helped. And then over time, like the diet changes and like the lifestyle changes and all those things that came with just being able to even get up and walk, right? Because when you're not walking, you're not exactly in the mood.
How old is she now?
Not 40 yet, late 30s. She's a little older than me.
Interesting. She's a little older than you.
Yeah.
So she was born 87 maybe?
Yeah.
I'm very interesting. Trying to figure out what the...
But yeah, she's got some subversive thoughts and I like it. She was saying about how, because we were talking about, because the Tylenol thing had just come out or whatever.
Okay.
And so she was talking about how like, a lot of children that are being born today are being born of IVF. And like with IVF, you are creating an atmosphere where you're kind of forcing a sperm and an egg together that would normally not meet in the wild, because the way it works is the sperm, like a lot of sperm run towards this egg, and we've always been told that it's just the first sperm that gets there.
Oh no, but the egg picks the best one.
Yeah. So by kind of creating a forced atmosphere in a lab and then implanting that and then stimulating all the hormones and things for it to happen, you're kind of creating a kid against nature, which kind of would make sense that maybe the kid might not respond well to things in nature because they're not meant to. They're not fortified for those types of things.
Thing is, I guess we're not going to know until enough time passes and we've got like a good case study.
But even then, will we?
I don't know.
Will they come out and say this is what it was?
We've been talking about this. Shout out to all of our girlfriends. But one of our girlfriends went through surgery recently and had her hysterectomy.
Yeah.
Right. And I was saying now I could count on 2 hands all the people I know who have had hysterectomies. And I'm like,
it is a larger number than ever before. Yeah.
What are they doing with all the uteruses? Where do they go?
Oh, yeah.
Where do the uteruses go, Ange?
Yeah, who knows? Maybe it's just like this futuristic dystopian thing where you're going to take your uteruses and be like, well, these weren't working.
So,
and then...
Yeah. So, I'm not super
Brave
into...
New World them.
Yeah, I'm not super into that many television shows or something. But for some reason, Mom's not super into TV too. But for some reason, one season, we watched Handmaid's Tale, the two of us together.
It's because it's lady television. It's good.
It's very good. Terrifying.
It's very good.
It was terrifying. So the thought of that's what they're probably doing. I feel like, why did they take so many women's uteruses, young ladies too? Are they just medical waste? Did they just toss them out? Did they throw them away?
I have a feeling they didn't medical waste them.
So what did they do with them? Yeah. Where did they go? Are they creating these pods? We've heard of this. I was listening to a podcast recently where the girl goes, I'd be down for it. She's like, where I don't have to carry the baby and just like a pod or something raises the baby and then, delivers it and then I can have the baby. So I think they're like selling people on the idea of like, this is great. Preserve your body.
Listen, as somebody who's had 2 home births, yes, I'll take the pod. Number 3 is only coming through pod.
Through a pod.
Yeah, because it's hard. Carrying the baby's hard. Birthing the baby's hard.
I'm sure it's definitely...
It sets you back tremendously.
Oh, interesting. But you think that this is what it is that people will be like, sign me up.
And I'm sure even more so, it's similar to like when they make you kind of get your elective C-sections, but they tell you that like medically you kind of need it.
Okay.
You're going to need it. So let's go ahead and just schedule it. Oh. And most women are really willing to be like, oh, cool. Yeah, schedule it, because it's a lot easier to be like, it's crazy to just sit around and wait for labor to spontaneously occur. It is wild, especially because there's like all these like false starts and stuff. So like if somebody gives you the out to be like, it's actually going to be way safer for you if we just like set a date and pull it out, people are going to be like, yeah. So if somebody comes to you and says it's actually going to be way safer for you, Paulina, if we just go ahead and put this baby, this zygote into a pod and then let it grow in there.
So I wonder what happens to women then if, hold on a second, if a pod has a baby for you, are you still just as connected to that kid, or do you have trouble? You know how they say like moms sometimes have trouble bonding with the kid and they had the kid themselves. Like imagine then like a surrogate or a pod. Are we calling them pods? Uterus pod?
This is a great way to circle back to what I was saying at the top of the pod. I like when people just speak frankly and talk real about their experiences as a human, because I think that we're in a weird world where you're meant to just kind of smooth it over, optimism Zamboni, smooth over everything, make it seem like everything's okay. But like, I had a vastly different experience with my first child than what I've had with my second. My second child he's literally got a fever this morning and he's like snot and he's just got this big smile on his face when you go get him from his bed. He's thrilled to be here. He's thrilled to see you. He doesn't want to inconvenience you. He's a good guy, right? Yeah. My first son, also a good guy, but my goodness, a different night and day experience in terms of, so like, but when I was freshly postpartum with him, like, I don't know if people thought I was just like had postpartum depression or something, but I didn't have. I was of total sound mind. I just also was like, this is not a normal experience. I'm having a very abnormal experience with this guy. He's extremely passionate. He's extremely vocal. He doesn't seem to want to be here. It's the strangest thing to meet a baby who doesn't want to be here.
Being a baby is beneath him.
It was beneath him. Ever since he's become older, he's a way chiller dude now. But like, when I was freshly postpartum with him, I would talk that way to people to be like, well, this is kind of miserable, am I right? And then like other moms, and granted, other moms were probably having an experience the way I'm having it now,
but not saying it.
Or I would say maybe they were having a way easier experience,
meaning,
right?
Yeah.
But for the ones that do have that kind of experience, it's like very socially unacceptable to talk that way. To be like, this is really difficult, or this is maybe not the dream scenario that you thought it was going to be.
Right.
You know, you're not holding your baby and dancing through the meadows.
Yeah.
But
and then if you turned on social media, you would think like, if you're not having that experience, then
yes,
you are having an abnormal. Yeah. That's very hard to.
Right.
Sure.
So
why aren't I happy? Why isn't this?
Yeah. Thief is the comparison is the thief of joy.
Yes.
So anyway, I do think that speaking very frankly about your experience and being honest about where the good and the bad is like way more helpful for somebody than
I don't know, Ange. I was hitting a lot of my friends this summer with, it was a hard summer for me emotionally, and I was hitting all of them with, you ever just want to like check out? People were not.
That's not true. I think it invited some really, I was there for some of those, and I think it invited some really nice, honest dialogue of people just saying things like, yeah, you know, I'm getting to the age where I'm trying to decide, like, what is this all for? Yeah. Or, you know, there are larger conversations that I think people want to have, but are feeling like it's an uncomfortable thing to introduce to the dinner table.
Sure.
And I like introducing the uncomfortable to the dinner table.
Especially when you're like, the check boxes of like, everything in life is good. I should be feeling way better, you know, but sometimes you're like, I don't want to be here.
Well, I mean, let's be real, right? So like suicides are at a really high number, just in general they are, and so is drug use. Our priest on Sunday was talking about how he works in a remote village. He was a traveling sales priest, and he came to ours to ask for money for some village in Brazil. And he was like, and if you can believe it, there is high drug use in this village, and we have a rehab center within the village, so this will also go towards helping them. And I wanted to be like, is it more money that we need for the village, or because the spirit, like suicide and drug use, like those are spiritual sicknesses.
Yes.
Those are something is
disconnection from God. Yeah.
Yes. And I don't know that we need more money to get those people back on track. Perhaps we need some deeper connection.
Yeah.
But
maybe they want, what's that stuff that everybody goes on?
Ozempic?
No,
sorry, top of mind.
No, that other drug that they put everybody on to
Suboxone. That's what it is.
Methadone.
That's what it is. There's
a methadone.
There's a shortness of Suboxone. Is what they mean.
Deficiency.
Yeah, deficiency. But you know, again, I think that most people, and it sounds like now it's global, right? And we have the ability to have the lens that it's happening all over the world. Yeah, is that there is a spiritual sickness going on, and everybody's
disease of despair. I think it's called diseases of despair,
and people are feeling, you know, disconnected. You can have all the stuff.
You can.
And it still can feel not quite right.
But when you're on the other side of it, by the way, when you used to like not feel good and then all of a sudden you're feeling good again, you're like, I forgot what it's even like.
Yeah, it is. It does. And again, life is beautiful, right? Life is, how good is this, right? So Wednesday morning, I'm here just chit-chatting with my sister. We're going to put this on the internet for people to judge. And you know, what a nice thing to be able to like do it, you know?
Yeah. And then we're about to get on a plane and right into our families.
Yeah. And you know, eat and drink for 3 days straight.
I'm so excited.
Me too. I'm flying my mother-in-law to New York to watch my son so that I can have an optimal experience.
So you can go hoard
with my cousins.
Yeah. That's good. Shout out Luke. Shout out Isabella.
Yeah.
Shout out the lovebirds.
Yeah.
Like, subscribe, comment down below.
Oh yeah, please. If you like our podcast, this one kind of got existential and weird, but if you like our podcast, please watch it, like it, share it with your friends, or you know what? If it's just for like the same 20 people, that's cool too. I'm having a good time doing it.
Yeah, we love you guys. It's so nice, by the way, when you guys reach out right after and say stuff. It's like, we live for that.
Yeah. So thanks for listening, and thanks for watching, and thanks for being our friends.
We love you guys. God bless you.
Bye.